Salut, shalom, shao, hello, namaste. I'm Abhishek Mahajan from Namaste Coding, and today I'm back with another video, and this time we're talking about navigation rails. So navigation rails is the newest widget in the Flutter directory, and the Flutter team has listened to us developers and added this to their library. And this has been something which has been widely used in the Flutter community, but it had to be custom made since there was no particular widget for it. But now they have made it, and it's become so much easier to implement this now, and it's basically a matter of 2 minutes to implement this in any application. And you can have a tab view like this. The navigation will be on the left hand side, and you can navigate your pages right from here. And since you are here on my video, I will also give you a few tips that the next time you won't even have to see the documentation for any new widget. So stay tuned in the video and let me know how you like it. If you do like it, subs. If you love it, subs and share, please. So let's go. Okay, so let's start coding. So I already have a basic scaffold here, and let's add a body to it. And inside a body, I'll add a row. So when you're using a navigation rail, it is preferred to be used inside a row. So otherwise, what's the point? Because you need it at the left hand side. Now you just type navigation rail. See, so it already has two parameters which are necessary. So destination and the destination. So again, now I'll tell you a trick. How do you know what to put here? So you can just hover over it, and you can see it's a list. So basically it means a list of some kind, right? Yeah, so no errors, I was correct. Selected index, it's an int, so we need an int. So let's make an int called selected index, and let's initialize it to 0 and put it here, right? But again, see, here comes the problem. So there must be at least 2 items in the destination. So what goes in the destination? What type of a list is it? You can just hover over it again, and it has navigation rail destination. So let's just write it. We'll know what to do with it. Navigation rail destination. So see, one parameter which is required, which is icon, which is basically icon. It's a normal icon basically. Let's just call it home. It takes another one which calls label, and the label can be a text. Let's call it home, right? But as you will see, the problem will still be there, because as you can see, it's written 2, so there should be at least 2 rail navigation destinations here. So let's copy this, and let's add 2 more, and let's make this one favorite. And let's make this one So as you can see, we already have a navigation rail running. So it is there, but it doesn't change. Why is that? So there must be another property to make it change, right? So how do we know if we have never read the documentation? Let's see. So I have this very great trick, and you'll never need to read the documentation. And if you really do find this nice, do subscribe to me after this. So what you have to do is basically press Control if you're on a Windows, or Command if you're on a Mac, and go over to rail navigation. As you can see, it becomes a selectable. Select this. So it opens up the implementation of rail navigation. So all you need to do is go down and see the constructor. So this has all of the parameters that it takes. See, so many parameters, and we will be using every and each one of them in this video. Let's just start with what we need. So we need to change it, right? So what kind of thing might we need? On destination selected. So on destination selected. So basically, if you select a destination, and what does it take? It's a function, and if a destination is selected, it must have an index, right? So let's let it have an index as well, and we'll set state selected index will be equal to index. It's this easy. As you can see, we are now able to change it. Really nice. So this is already working. So let's just do something about this side. Actually, we are not able to differentiate between these two, right? So we can add a background color here as well inside the navigation rail itself. So let's call it indigo accent. I really like that color. Oh, I'm sorry, spelling mistake. Right, indigo accent. Yeah, so I really like this color. And let's just, at the end of the row, we just add another expanded. And inside the container, let there be a container inside the expanded. And the child, why am I making so many spelling mistakes? Yeah, let it be text, selected index is $sign selected. We can just write it like this. So it is showing selected index. Let's just enter it as well. So this looks nice and clean. I like it pretty, so I use the plugin called Prettier to auto format the code. Just a tip if you like to format the code. So our basic navigation is now running. So as you can see, the navigation 0, 1, 2 has been shown here. So this is the basic navigation bar. Now you can actually implement this, but you can also add a few of the things here. So let's see how. So there's this thing called leading and trailing, and leading and trailing is basically similar to what in a list style is, but in a vertical manner. So let's add a leading, and it can be anything. It can be a button, it can be an item, it can be anything. So let's add icons dot place anything. So as you can see it, okay, I'll just get it in a safe space so you can see. Safe area. Again a tip, if you needed to not cover the navigation, so it doesn't click as of right now because it's just a icon, but I can make it clickable as well. I can have a button here, I can have anything. Similarly, trailing also goes. So where did it go? Yeah, so this can be trailing as well, right? So it is at the end. Okay, I don't really like this, but so I just had to show you. So another thing what we might need, let's just see elevation. So elevation you can change, it's very normal, it's very common. Destinations we have done, selected index we have done. So what is left? Group alignment, right? Group alignment, let's see what that is. Sounds awesome, right? Group alignment, what does it take? It takes a double. Let's see. And by default it is -1, and it should be in a range of -1 to 1. So let's see what comes at 0. See, it centered itself. So basically it is aligning itself, and -1 is the topmost part, 0 is the center, and the last one will be 1, which will be the bottom most probably. I hope I'm not wrong in this. Yeah, so as you can see, it just went down. You can just leave it on -1. I like it this way, or let's make it 0. Okay, yeah, so it is there. It will have the same functionality. So what is left now? Label type. Okay, interesting. Label type. So what does it take? It takes, again, you're noting this down, right? So you won't really need to open a documentation for this. You can just hover over it. So what does it take? It takes a navigation rail label type. So Flutter team has made us a special type of label type, navigation rail label type. Label type dot all. So as you can see, we can't actually see the label here at the moment, right? So let's see what happens at all. See, Now we can all see all of the labels, right? But it doesn't look that pretty in this color. So let's try to change the color. Before that, I'll just show you all of which can be there. So it can be none, it could be selected, so it will only show the one which is selected. See, bookmarks now favorite, now home. So let it be at that, and it could be value. So that is, if you worked with the bottom navigation bar, you are very familiar with this. So let's leave it at selected. Right, now let's see if we have done label type. Now unselected label text style. Unselected label text style, what does it take? Oh, it takes the run of the mill text style. Text style. So what do we need? Unselected. When it's unselected, what color should we want? I think black does well anyways, right? So let it just be that. So let's make it a selected label text style as well, and that we can change. Let's make it white. See, now the label is white, but the icon is still not the same color, so there must be something for that as well. Flutter team, Google developers are very smart, right? Yeah, so there is selected icon theme. So selected icon theme, and what does it take? So it takes an icon theme data. I know how this works, but if you don't, you can just hover over it and you will know how it works. Or if you need more information, control or command and then enter, and you'll get this, right? So icon theme data, I need the color, add the selected one to be colors dot white. You can change the size, you can change everything here, right? So this looks much better, right? Let's just add one for unselected as well. Okay, so we are at selected type, we don't need it. So what's left now? Let's open this again. So we've done all of this. We know what elevation is already, right? And a minimum width or minimum extended width. So a minimum width, where is it? Let's set a minimum width of 70. And nothing really happened. I'll tell you why, because the default value is 72. I didn't really change it. So let's make it 40. Nothing happened because this is the minimum size, it goes with the labels. Something very special happened at a cutoff called 56, and if we select the navigation rail label type as none. So this is something very special. So if it is a 56, it will become a compact one, the compact navigation rail. This is a special type of navigation rail. Yeah, right. So let's see, extended, we forgot this one. This is very important, this is very easy as well. Extended, let's see what it takes. It takes a boolean, so let's see if it's extended. Let's make it true. See, it become extended, but we don't really like it like that, because if the app is by default like this, there's no place for content, right? So let's see what to do with that. So we'll probably need to toggle it. How do we toggle it? Let's make a boolean here. Let's call it toggle and let it be false by default. And let's encapsulate this widget with something called gesture detector. It will act like a button after this, if you know what this is. So on tab, you can have an anonymous function in the set state. Let the, what do you know, name it, toggle, let it be not toggle. Basically we'll invert it. Okay, we didn't add it here, silly me. See, now if we click on this, then only will it come out. So this looks sleek, right? This looks nice, this really looks nice, and you won't believe how much work went into making this when it was not a widget via Flutter. So now that we do, find yourself very lucky that Google team has listened to us and made this. I think this is all of it. We can select a minimum width, extended width as well. It is the same thing basically. If it's extended, what should be the minimum width? It can go up to the end. So that is, there is really nothing to teach there. So this was extended rail. If you still need the code, I will upload it on GitHub and have the link down. But I don't think you will need it after this because I've just told you how to do it without documentation and code, right? So if you like that and if you like this video, do subscribe to my channel, do like the video, and see ya.